Hey everyone, Aaron here from Ultra RC Hobbies. We're continuing the trend of the Horizon hobby products unboxing. So we just got this one in for a customer and he gave us the go ahead for unboxing it. So thank you, Murray, for letting us unbox your brand new Typhon 223S BLX 4-wheel drive 1/8 scale buggy. So there is some fresh stuff on this new platform of the V4 Typhon. So let's get into it. They are offered in two colors. So they're going to be this green, and there's also kind of a reversed, a yellow, and I'm going to call it teal. I don't know if it's actually green or if it's teal, but let's just get into it. Some really cool features on this new Typhon. And I mean, it's getting now into a product category of being with the Traxxas Jato, the 4-wheel drive, whether it's the BL2S or the VXL. And I mean, realistically, this probably competes a little bit more with the VXL than the BL2S, and I'll kind of show you why with some of the cool features that they got going on. So take some of this stuff out. So included now with this new V4 Typhon, you're going to get the SLT3 transmitter. And if you look on the back, now you have a orange power button. So that orange power button is now letting you know that it has DSC. So DSC is dynamic stability control. So something kind of like what Traxxas has got going on with the TQI, or if you have a nicer Spektrum radio with, say, AVC, you have a couple options. But this is why everyone really came, is to look at this new buggy. So under the buggy, there's one other thing. You get nice handled tools, actually. So it looks like a 2 and a 2.5. Yeah, 2 and 2.5. You're going to get a wheel wrench. You're getting 4 AA's, and you're getting extra shock preload clips, quick start guide, and the little product tab there. So you get virtually everything you need other than a battery and charger. This is going to be 2 and or 3S capable. This is also going to have a clipless body mount design now as well. So clipless body mount design is a little bit different on this one. So what you have to do is you have to push down this tab here in the middle, and you pick the body up and you pull the tang out of the rear shock tower / wing mount. So it's kind of a little bit different. So it's a spring-loaded mechanism, as you can see, and it's kind of neat. They have this really flexible rear latch, so hopefully the durability of this is pretty decent. And as typical Arrma fashion, don't just bash, blast. So actually a really nice body. A lot of gunmetal in there through the center vein section, almost like carbon fiber look down the side, and then you have the nice looking mesh vents on the front end. So pretty decent. It's got a lot of rigidity to it with how they mount this front latch system and the rear latch system. Pretty impressive. And then getting into the chassis. So electronics on this, like I said, the ESC is going to be an ESC / receiver. It's actually a 2-in-1 unit. So it has your receiver built in. Pre-soldered IC5 connector on this one. It doesn't have a data pin, so just a heads up on that. They could have really truly used an EC5, but hey, that is besides the point. Spektrum S662 Metal Gear 25 spline servo. They will run 6 volt from the factory ESC and receiver as of right now. You can also run these on 8.4. So specs are about 140 ounces to 180 ounces, depending on the voltage you run to it. And it's about 0.17 or 0.13, depending if you're 6 volt or 8.4. So pretty decent. It's nice that they are including a Metal Gear servo, just saying. You're also gonna get a fan and a heatsink built onto this motor. So this is a 3660 or a 550 can 3100 kV 4-pole motor. So you should have a lot of get up and go on this setup. So pretty interesting. They have changed some stuff on this as well. So let's talk about the main switch. It's a new chassis, and you can essentially just see the spur gear now, and they changed the side guards up a little bit as well on this new tub chassis. So I'm interested to see how the durability of having an exposed spur gear. We've seen this on a lot of race platform 8-scale buggies in the past, and it's usually not too much of an issue. So it's going to be interesting to see how that whole thing holds up. As you can see, you're going to get aluminum 17 mil wheel nuts and wheel hexes. So that's another thing on some platforms in this lineup. They come with plastic. So you are getting a little bit more durability that way. You're still getting plastic bodied shocks, shock caps, So it's going to be maybe something you might want to look at as an upgrade, especially if you are going to be heavy bashing. Preload clips, just like the Traxa shocks, plus or minus on that. You're going to get adjustable camber links and tie rods on the front, and then just adjustable camber links on the back. Something really, really nice, especially if you're looking at like a Jato 4-wheel drive BL2S, that stuff's all plastic. So, I mean, that's a nice little update. On this new V4, you're getting new shock towers, front and rear, and then you're also getting this big wing out the back, which we've seen on pretty much all 8-scale buggies, obviously. This is now going to come with a steel spur and a center diff. So now this should handle really, really well off power and give you more consistent cornering, essentially. So depending on what diff oil you put in that, it's either going to give more or less power to the front end, essentially. So the heavier you go on throttle, the front end is going to feel more 50-50 like a slipper clutch would. Lighter is going to be able to disengage that front diff a little bit. Biggest thing is you just want to be a little bit cautious. You go too light in the center diff, and now you're going to diff it out, and the front tires are going to look like huge balloons, and the rear tires won't have too much grip. So just a heads up on that. New updated center drive shaft as well, a little bit beefier. So they've redesigned that a little bit. Onto the wheels and tires, you're rocking the D-boots. I like the kind of like aero disc wheel with more of like the Badland tires. I think it looks really, really good. So finishing off the overview of the truck, what we have left is plastic drive shafts, which we're used to seeing that on the Jato 4-wheel drive BL2Ss, and steel ring pinions, and the diffs and everything else hasn't really changed other than the pinion input from the originals. So let's get into some brass tacks figures. So we're just talking facts. Obviously, we've seen a couple BL2S Jatos come through. Haven't seen too many VXLs come through the shop here, but we have seen them in other places, and we've raced against some in Chilliwack in April. But this truck right now is coming in at $539.99 plus taxes. Again, doesn't include a battery and a charger, has a 3S capable system, adjustability with camber links, tie rods, all of that good stuff, and a Metal Gear servo. The BL2S Jato is $559.99. There's a huge asterisk, in my opinion, to the BL2S right now because they do have a combo deal here in Canada. Remember, everything we have in Canada, I see a lot of comments. Why is everything so expensive there? They're this much. Canadian dollars is terrible. We pay about 40 cents per dollar extra than what you would see it on Horizon Hobby or Traxxas. So if you make it this far in the video, that's why it's more expensive. Just a heads up. But it's a hard thing now with this combo deal because the BL2S Jato is $559.99, and that is including a 2S 3000 mAh LiPo and a basic USB-C charger. The charger doesn't come with a cable or a power brick, and most people are upgrading anyway. So that's why I'll say there's a huge asterisk to the BL2S. But to upgrade the BL2S, what do we do? Do we do a VXL 3S combo, which is about $260? Do you do something hobby wing with the 3662, max 10 140 amp? I mean, you're still looking at a $200 upgrade that way. Plus you want to upgrade the servo, so even if you do like a Power HD 20 kg for $50 or something like that, I mean, you're well over the purchase price now of this, but you're getting a free battery and a charger. So it's kind of a tricky thing. Is this a direct comparison to the VXL? Probably not either, because obviously the VXL is going to be 4S capable, not 3S. But I mean, the 4S does come with a giant increase in price at $769, and it also doesn't include a battery and a charger. So we'll let everyone be the judge down in the comments there below. But I think if you're looking for an 8-scale, I'll say basher, super light race orientated buggy, this is a pretty phenomenal choice at a pretty phenomenal price tag. So check it out. This is the Arrma 223S Typhon 1/8 scale electric buggy. Thank you again, Murray, for letting us unbox it. And I hope you have a whole heck of a lot of fun. I'm really interested to see what your thoughts are, and we'll pass it along to all of our awesome customers. So hopefully everyone has a great day. We really do appreciate you like, commenting, and subscribing and checking out the video. And yeah, throw down in the comments below what you think. Better bang for the buck. Jato, BL2S, VXL, or this new Arrma. So thanks so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.